sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Primetime.
2026 New England Patriots.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Foxborough. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Vegas.
The Raider 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and
the blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one's broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
His kick is good. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
They're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Once more, it's Henderson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay.
On the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is May. In trouble, and down he goes. The Michigan man, Quiddy Hayes, gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Looked like an issue there with the snap. Everything has to be right from this far away. But the kick is no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Just an ugly-looking kick right from the jump, Mike. I mean, it was the snap initially. That led to a bad hold. That led to a little bit of a mistiming of the kicker's steps. And you add all that up, and that's the kick you get.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll run the toss to Genty. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now, give to Genty, running right. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw for it. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for New England, Demario Douglas. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. May gonna hold on to this one. He's gonna have a 1st down on that gain up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time.
2nd and 10.
And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. May to the air once more. That complete to Henderson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 3.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 2nd down, here's Henderson. And the Patriots are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
To throw is May. That is caught to the goal line and in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Patriots move out to a 7-3 lead.
Patriots 7, Raiders 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Genty. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the handoff, this is Genty. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground with Genty. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Push down to his left. He'll try to run for it. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll look to throw. defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 16.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Vegas.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders are on top. It's now 10-7.
Raiders 10, Patriots 7.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, they go back to Henderson. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 19.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle by Clay Walker. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We're back to Foxborough after this. 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, New England.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. To throw now, Med. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, timeout Vegas. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. Gun. Here's Meg. He's got his big tight end. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So following the touchdown, Borregamas is back to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, Besh. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. I mean, he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Short throw, that's pulled in by Mayer. New England going to take their second timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This returnable for Douglas. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. A run, and this is Henderson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll keep it on the ground here again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. He'll get about 3. And that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. And here is May. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now, faking the give. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that will lead to a second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Raiders send their punt team out. Whoa! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a toss left side for Henderson. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On the ground, here is Henderson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, right side, he's got it. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's May. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They'll go. Here's May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Here's May. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Now May. And he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, New England. Borregales now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats are out to a 21-10 lead.
21, Raiders 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll look to throw again. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Milton Williams getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
Third and a long way to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really in a fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henderson. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is man. Open man, Demario Douglas. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead, but instead they now got to defend a fresh set of downs, and as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. What a big play there for New England. 32 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Tackle made by Ronnie Johnson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 3-yard line.
They'll give it to Henderson. And he will power his way into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point now for Borregales. He knocks it through. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll look to throw. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Best. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Back to throw. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
6. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it just continues to be a recurring problem. I mean, even the balls he's been able to get out of his hand have come from a cloudy pocket. And listen, I know he's a guy that can make some plays when he's on the move, but at some point, you have to be able to be in rhythm and deliver the ball on time.
He'll drop to throw. To middle, he's got Tucker. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, 3rd and 5. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
In motion, that's Thornton. Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And the Raiders are looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. At the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Back to the air one more time. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now the Raiders are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Previous play is under review.
They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Patriots, and it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.